So many of you have wondered what this old piece of junk is that's been sitting around here. And I bought, how many trucks did I buy from them? There was 7 pieces. I think there were 7 pieces all out of this purchase. And I sold them all except for this one, which, this one, geez, what is this, an 05, 04? I don't know. Anyways, it's a 6-liter Chevy gas with a 4L80 transmission. It's drive-by-wire, and Chuck wants the motor and transmission. So we're going to be taking the body off, this utility body, and we're going to take this cab off to make it easier to get the motor out. We have already taken these little 1/4-inch bolts here. They go up this side and then around the top up here and hold the body, this part of the body, forward. I've already taken the U-bolts loose in the front. Now I'm working on the 3/4-inch bolts in the rear. So we're gonna try and lift this body off, set it aside, and hopefully it comes off fairly easy. Fingers crossed, lady.
Well, it looks like it's moving. It's coming. Wait. We need to go up. Hey, it's hit the tire. You need to go up. Wait, there's something attached. The heck? I guess whatever that cable is, he doesn't care, so it's fine. Oh, it was cut. He cut it. Well, that was easier than we thought. Looks kind of funny now. You can come up a little bit more. All right, that's good.
Alright, so I'm in it about 2 hours right now, and I've got the radiator disconnected, the AC's disconnected, the radiator's out, this side of the wiring harness is all disconnected. We're getting ready to start on that side. I'll take the hydro boost off and take the ECM out over there, the fuse block. We have, I got the steering disconnected, so we have throttle linkage and transmission and e-brake. Cab mounts are already out, and I think we're about ready to lift it, but it's the end of the day today. But I got about an hour and a half, 2 hours into it, so it's coming along pretty good. So we'll pick up with it tomorrow. Okay, heater hoses are off, ECM is off, wiring harness is off, the transmission shifter is disconnected. I think I'm ready to lift. I'm sure there's probably going to be a straggler or two, like a body ground or somewhere that I'm not familiar with. and don't see, but it doesn't matter. Just means we'll just go a little bit slower. I won't have anything here to rest my cradle against, so I may have to find something to put in there. I don't think the seats are going to be strong enough, but I'll see what happens. And I just got this Hydro Boost unit off the firewall, so I'm going to let that lay with the body, let it stay with it, and then I'll take it apart the way I want. I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to take the fuse block up and disconnect the main engine harness here from the bottom side of it. And let's see what else we got cooking here. ECM controls come across around here. I got to take that out. And I disconnected the throttle linkage, so I have transmission linkage and parking brake for sure, and 2 heater hoses. Heater hoses are down here. There they are. And then this transmission cooler, it looks like they did an aftermarket deal here. They kind of bypassed the radiator. And I'm going to try and take that apart gently and leave this on the transmission so that it doesn't make a big mess. Yeah, so there's, and I'm just kind of piddling around because we got some friends of ours showing up from Florida here in just a little bit. J-MOFFIT from YouTube. He's a fabricator, welder, builds a lot of Cummins trucks and all kinds of neat fabrication stuff. So I'll put a link to his channel here, but he should be here probably within the hour. He's working on a Freightliner. It's a, I believe it's a Freightliner Classics what he's got, and he needs a cutoff for an air ride suspension and 390 gears. And I told him I had one, and he's come to get some other stuff too, but he should be here usually, I think, within the hour or so. So I'm just kind of piddling around. I'm trying not to get too filthy today. Alright, so I pulled this back a little bit so I could get the transmission cool underneath it, and then I noticed there was power steering cooler lines under there, right here on the bottom of the core support. I had to get off, but other than that, I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready to lift. I think we're ready to take it off. I don't see anything else kind of straggling, so fingers crossed. Hey, what's the worst can happen? It doesn't come loose or we break something. Wouldn't be the first time. I was able to just ratchet strap through there. It looks like it's going to hold. So let's get this thing off of here. I like to go a little bit at a time and then check it. Usually my wife helps me do this, but she's busy with some stuff. Okay, park and brake, good there. The Hydro Boost is all a mess up in here. Just hoping it's gonna fall down through here. It looks like it is so far. Okay, so far so good. Watch for anything stretching here. That's just the transmission shift cable. Yeah, it looks like I need to come forward some. End up bending that dipstick too. That's a battery cable hanging up here. All right, nope, overflow tube. Nope, that's for the degas bottle or reservoir, whatever you want to call it, coolant reservoir. Okay, it's like we're. This is the kind of stuff when you don't do the same model all the time, you got to watch for little retainers. Sometimes that's enough, maybe not that, but sometimes we get caught on stuff and flip the body. We don't want to do that. Okay. Guess we're free and clear. Guess I'll decide where I'm gonna put that now, and then we can start working on the body, or I mean taking the motor out of the chassis. I hear a diesel. Man, look at that truck. Holy crap. Man.
You got any?
Looking for what?
Toys? You got any toys laying around?
I got man's toys. Hey, your shifter grew a little.
It did.
Just pull up there. All the way down from Florida. Okay, it's the next day, and J-MOFFIT was here with his wife, and it was such a nice day and such a really enjoyable visit with them. And I didn't film anything of what he got. You know, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to enjoy the visit. And we had such a really nice time with them. So if you want to see what Jesse got from us, you'll just have to go to his channel, which I'll leave a link in the description. So you can check him out. If you're into the kind of stuff that we do, you'll probably like that too. So anyways, today's project is we need to get this motor out of the frame and get it stripped down to what Chuck needs. So the power steering and hydro boost is in pretty rough shape, so we're probably going to pull the reservoir return line off. The pressure line, or the return line down here, will take off, and we'll probably leave the pressure line on and try and tie it up this way somehow so it doesn't make a big mess. Transmission lines are staying on. We'll disconnect the fuel lines at the quick disconnect here, and the drive shaft, we're going to leave this yoke for him. We're going to cut it right in here. He's probably not going to be able to use this drive shaft because it's aluminum, but regardless, maybe we'll just take the whole shaft out and he can just take it with him. See how that works. And let's see what else we got. Oh, the exhaust. We're going to cut the exhaust right here below the O2 sensors because that's what he needs. Yeah. Get the motor mounts out. Says he needs a wiring harness and ECM, so we'll leave all that on. We'll get this mess of a engine out of here.
Okay, we're ready to lift this off here. The transmission mount was broken already, so we didn't have to take that off. We're leaving the drive shaft in so it doesn't make a huge mess.
Let this drain a while.
Okay.
Got gas draining out too from the fuel line, but it's out. What a crazy mess. Look at that. Oily mess. See, it's got some broken bolts off in the studs. So let me put this broken studs for the exhaust or bolts, whatever it is. They put this aftermarket pressure, whatever thing. Must be a common issue. It's a GM, how would I know? One there, and another one there. I think its transmission's been rebuilt because it's missing a bolt here, and there's a loose one on this side over here. Where is it? That one right there. Not running all the way. I'd say it looks cleaner than the rest of it, but I don't think it really does. Alright, so we're going to let that drain for a while. We're going to work on getting the U-joint out of here. We're going to press that U-joint out of the drive shaft so we can put the yoke back in. I was just going to cut it, but that's going to be worthless to him. He can't use that. I'm not going to use an aluminum drive shaft. So we'll just take the yoke and shove it back in there. We're trying to, then we'll tilt it forward. And we'll try and drain out all the antifreeze we can so that we don't have a big mess going down the highway. So let's get at it. All right, she is reduced down to just the frame, rear end, and tires, front suspension, I guess. But we're going to be taking these tires off. And I think what we're going to do next is, it's probably a pretty good, that rear end's still good. We're going to look at the RPO codes in the body, find out what ratio rear end it is, because we'll put it up for sale. But it's got new calipers, and I believe, yeah, new rotors on both sides. Same on the front. It's got new rotors and brake pads on the front. It might be hard to see in there. We got to fix this leaking tire. So that's next, and then we'll probably, I don't know, we might take the hitch off. That's a nice beefy hitch there, cleaned up and reused. And we'll get the bumper off the front, and then the frame goes to scrap, or I don't know, maybe that'd be a good frame for a rat rod build, because the motor sits back far and gives you enough frame in front of it and cross member. Gearbox is tight to the wheels, that's pretty nice. And you know, it's a short wheelbase. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so that's as far as we're going to go with this right now, and maybe we're going to get some parts. We're going to save the doors off this thing, because these fit C4500 and 5500s, as well as the vans, and the seats aren't bad. They're actually in pretty decent shape, so we'll save those. I don't know, there might be some other trinkets that we might be able to use off this thing. And the cab itself isn't really worth anything. It needs rockers. I guess that's really the only wrong with it. It just needs rockers. So anyways, that's the end of that one, guys. If you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, leave your comments down below, guys, and we will catch you on the next one. I think a good title for this, or a name for this truck, would be Some Assembly Required.